Yo, hey, what up? We're back to Date More Chickens, and I'm eating a jammy English muffin while I'm doing this. Actually, I had fried chicken for supper. So got that, because I was, like, in the store, and it's like, the smells fudging delicious. Alright, I'm kind of more like a real person today, because I actually had to go out in public, but I probably look exactly the same. I don't know. Alright, so let's see if we can pick up where we left off. Load game. How far did we get? We got so far. Alright, so, I mean, I say so far, like, it took me, like, a couple of hours to even get that far. So let's start, I think this is part 4, so let's get the 7th bite going while I take some bites and finish this. Loading, loading. No, okay. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Oh, that's right, I just lost a battle. That's fair. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You are. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. I am, Colonel Sanders. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and the small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I think I did this part. Blah, 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 blah. Failure, failure, failure. I think we already did this part, because you gave me this really long, passionate speech, and I don't need that again right now. Oh, there's Pop. We did the spork monster already. Skippy, 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 stop. Alright, we've already learned about Borko and Gorko in the book. Hold on, I was sent this message. Okay, that's where we were. We had stopped at coming back to the hideaway, because that was what was important. Alright. Oh. Is that a baby Colonel Sanders with a little baby goatee? It is. Baby goatee Colonel Sanders. What? So stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. Is that a ceramic chicken? What is that candle? Like, this is a bougie little cabin, Colonel Sanders. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with an ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up and he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps. Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? I mean, reveal it, who cares? You decide that you're ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. I don't even like coleslaw. I mean, The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Luke's hallway. I've kept that in a bag all day, just been carrying coleslaw, and it didn't fall out. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. Are you crying, Colonel Sanders? Are you crying? You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in a moment. Hello, Sophie. My cat is up here to watch me date Colonel Sanders. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at, and each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap an item. Ooh! Ooh! I can touch! I can... Okay, what's this? This must be where he keeps the sacred recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 11, 11, 11, the safe opens, and inside you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Tap on an item to discover more. It's a vase. So you take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. It's an urn. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." What up, Squidward here? Poor guy. Baby picture. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, she figured this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that seems to be like waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same time a person would make their own face the logo of a company they founded, am I right? Alright, now I'm trying to figure out about this chicken. Oh, it's a stuffed chicken. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't realistic. It's real! Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot read, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." You gaze at the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just in the... Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Nope. Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... No. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? It's important. You open the window a crack and the ghost of student is swept out with the breeze. Camel? The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. No, they don't. They're not cheersing drumsticks. There's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket's a bit fit for you, but it's soft and comfortable, and you give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say home is where the heart is. Is that what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. His new dish he's been working on. He wants you to taste it, and you try to act casual until you ask why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those, but I must say it does look good on you. Of course it does. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. Oh, what do I do? Decide now is the moment to make a big move. You tell him you're cold, or you fess up and tell the truth. We'll be honest with Colonel Sanders. You confess. I think I've developed feeling. Oh, there we go. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause, and you stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Cripsy Crunchy. I honestly think that this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence. Dream sequence. More chicken in the dream sequence. Yeah. You awake to a beautiful... Oh, I slept away in the hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. And your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's fried chicken. You taste Colonel Sanders' food. It takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence. Yes. No, I'm just playing my game.
Okay. Do you need anything from the store?
Nothing I can think of. I just went to Food Lion and got some stuff. So we should be set. You wanna come up, Marka? Come on! Okay, or don't. I really want to... Alright, then my dog was not happy there. Flatter him. We do make a great team. Ha 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 ha. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? But if you talking to you, it's all happening so quickly. Is it ow? I'm on the verge of tears, apparently. unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get really, really... Okay. That is what I did after I told my husband I liked him for the first time, though. I ran away. And slammed the door. That's right, there's only 3 days of school. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Miriam! Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you, and I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, I was just... But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. And of course I told him, you better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little guy. And long story short, he took me to his favorite shush house, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did you just say shush house? As if that's the thing people say. What is he even referring to? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date, too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection... Wowzers. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you... That chicken thigh. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school? That's fair, Ben. You are. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? Are you crying? You've got some nerve, Crispy Crunchy, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's... Oh, that's right, I broke my hand. Mr. Accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. You might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are going close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Cripsy Crunchy, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back to fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Crispy Crunchy. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Don't get mad at me, sir. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Cripsy Crunchy. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's the book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it wasn't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use a spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. So if I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you just do something else? Like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. I'm not gonna do it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. And Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old horn to give him a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see tiny orange squirrels perched on the tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom, and he begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you never to come back here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence! Poor Terrence. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. And the squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. Yeah. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but by other squirrels in hearing distance, he returns to his professorial tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Cripsy Crunchy, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see. But before he can get any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by sad whimpering coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. But I miss you. We went on one date, Pop, and how can you even miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam. Every time I blink, you go away again. That's a really cute thing to say, Miriam. What happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me. I didn't just get in trouble. I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned for every museum we set foot in. So, what you meant by shush house? I work at a shush house. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna call it now whenever I go to work. Pop, we went on one date. We're over. And it meant so much to me that I made this for you. Oh. To go on arguing, Pop leaves his creation behind and runs out of the room. Okay, so that's an egg inside Jello with pretzel arms, corn, peas, other mysterious things. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam, TM. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. Before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul in need of a pep talk. Hi, Miriam. Are you okay? Okay. I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is delicious treasure, so you know this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling. The feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants-off Ban, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. Alright, so we're going to pause this one because I don't know how far I'm in. I know I'm at 20 minutes and we had a little gap in the middle here, but I'm not sure how intense or how long the end's going to go, so I'm going to do that as my last video of this, I guess, the first and normal playthrough of Dating Colonel Sanders. So when I see you again, we'll be in the kitchen. Bye.